I'm sorry, Module 5, Question 6. This is some stuff you can read on your own. We have a bond that has a annual coupon yield of 5.4% for $940. It has 10 years to maturity. What rate of return do you expect to earn on your investment? And then 2 years from now, the interest rate declines and you sell your bond. What's the price? What's your return? Okay, so the first thing that we need to do is calculate the return. And let's do, the coupon rate is 5.7%. The face value is going to be $1,000, and it doesn't explicitly say that, but 940 is pretty close to 1,000, and generally speaking, it'll stick around. The price will stick around near the face value unless there's like some kind of weird pricing issue. Hopefully, a test would be more upfront about it, but the face value is 1,000. So that means that the effective semi-annual rate. Oh no, there's no effective semi-annual. It's an annual bond. So the actual coupon is going to just be 5.7 times 1,000. The price right now, if I had to buy it, would be minus 940. And so what rate is that? Oops, equals rate. Number of periods, oh, I forgot to put that in. Years is going to be 10. Let me make sure that's right. Annual coupon, okay. Number of periods is 10. Payment is 57. PV is minus 40. Future value is 1,000. I should have put 5.4 here. And we get 6.22%, which is the answer for this. Okay, 2 years go by. The rates decline by 1%. You decide to sell the bond. What price do you sell the bond for? Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to actually draw a timeline. So we spend $940 here. At the end of this year, we get $54. At the end of this year, we get $54 plus some price. And the question is, what is that price? So let's work that out over here. Price at t equals 2. And the answer to that is it will be, oh, wait, we have to change the rate. The rate has changed. It is that minus 0.01. Yeah, and because it's in annual terms, we don't have to do anything weird to it. We just do that. So PV, the rate is 5.22. The number of periods is no longer 10, it's 8 because 2 years have passed. The payments are still $54 and the future value is still $1,000. Notice that we are selling the bond. There's still 8 years of cash flows left. That's why we have the $54 here. Okay, so it's not a negative value to us. It is a positive, so it's, I'm just going to do here, equals 54 plus 1011.28. And the question is, what is our return from holding this bond? You can do this a bunch of different ways. One way is to look at the IRR. The other is to just figure out what the NPV is and pick a normal rate. So let's say our holding period yield was 10%. Let me put a percent sign on that. All right, so this is the actual cash flow. This is the PV of that cash flow, equals that divided by 1 plus that, Command T to lock that to the power of the years. All right, so from here we just do what if analysis and goal seek. And we set this value to equal to 0 by changing the cell there. Okay, so let me make this a couple decimal places. We got 9.37 there, and that's good. That means we didn't make any mistakes. The solution to this says essentially this. We bought the bond for $940 and the market yield was 6.224%. The interest rate went down, so the price of the bond went up. We sold the bond and made 9.37% as a result. And what that's essentially telling you is that if I had held the bond to maturity, that I could have gotten 6.224%. I decided to sell it and I made 9. And it's showing you a way that people can make money off the bond market by buying when the interest rate is high and selling when the interest rate is low because price goes down. I'm sorry, when interest rates go down, price goes up, and therefore you can sort of augment your return. So the answer here is the holding period investment is 9.37. It is better than the 6.224 that I would have gotten if I had just held it to maturity.